All right, welcome back, everyone. So, any questions on the previous chapter? Marketing, brand building, selling. I know it's very corporate or very business-like, but again, many of you may go back to the workplace, right? And you can use these principles, right? And some of you are going back to full-time ministry. Use these principles, right? You may not use all of them, like I said, selling and all those things, but the principles behind them is something that we can apply to be successful, right? Because all of them are biblical principles. The Bible touches on every aspect of human life, right? Everything, every aspect. So, okay, let's move to chapter 15, customer relations. Now, when we talk about customers, I'm sure you've heard the saying, customer is king. We've seen those stickers on some of these stores, they say customer is king. And I wouldn't say it's true, but what I would say is customers are important, okay? Because they are your brand. They are your people who make your business, keep your business running. So customer relationship management and customer care are very, very crucial and important when it comes to an organization. So, for example, you're in a workplace, right? How a team is important in the workplace, a good team to work with, right? It's so important, right? You don't want to come to office grumbling, oh, this guy is going to say this or that guy is going to say this, and there's so much of politics and backbiting, or you don't feel like working in those kind of atmospheres. So a good relationship, not only within your team, but also with your customers, with the people that you engage with in business, is very important, right? When you have good customers, they are the ones who are keeping the business running. Okay, let me give you a simple example. Imagine a person, he hires a place, and he wants to start a restaurant business, right? He does the best acoustics, light settings, and interior decoration and all of those things, the best setup. And he hires the best cooks, and he does all of this. Wrong day to talk about restaurant, no? Fasting today. Yes or no? Anyways, he has all of this. He has the best cooks, and everything is set in place. Imagine this, the relationship with the customers was arrogant and rude. Like, for example, somebody comes in for the first time and says, uh, can I know where's where do I wash my hand? Where's the wash basin? Says, you can see there, no? What'll happen? You think this guy's gonna come? Right? You give the best food in the world, also I will not come. Right? Imagine you have one. I went to this restaurant once, and this guy, I was reading the menu, and my kids were around, and they're reading, and he's in a hurry. He wants me to order quickly, and my kids are not in a hurry. They are saying that I want, they're looking at others' tables, they're doing all their work. Now, this guy is in a hurry. Right? And finally, he said, should I come back later? That's how he said to me. Okay. For me, it was nothing. I said, yeah, just come, give me 5 minutes, sir. But what happened was, I realized that because of that, many people may not go to those kind of places because of the way they spoke, right? The way they treated the customers is so important, right? But on the flip side, there are some places where they're so willing, they're so loving, they're so kind, they're so gentle when they're talking to their customers. Those are the places where you can expect customers to keep coming in, right? I remember when, I'm just talking about all this because we understand, right, what it means to have good customer relationships. I remember when I bought this car, the Tata car, and the customer relationship is priority for Tata services. Okay, so the moment 3 months is over, they call. So 3 months is over on your car. Congratulations. Is everything okay with your car? I was like, wow, nobody does these things. Can you please bring it for service? We want to service it. and just do some changes. I said, okay, I'll bring it. Came, said, and when I went there, they took me to an AC room, gave snacks, all that. Said, just be here. Said, wait for 1 hour. We'll just check the oil injection. I'm sitting there wondering what wonderful service this is. And they came within 1 hour. They said, so everything's okay in your car. So get it. We'll call you again 6 months later. You get it for the next service. We'll change some wiring, some small things need to be. I said, wow. I mean, see, for me, I didn't bother about it. I'm thinking about what to preach. What are 100 things are going on in my mind. Right? I'm not thinking about the car. As long as it gets me to point A to point B, I'm happy. Right? These people did that. Good customer service. And then 6 months later, he called. 1 year later, he's calling. Right? And last year, 2 years, I finished 2 years with the car, and he called up, sir, congratulations, 2 years. I said, how do you know all this? How many customers? Are you calling all your customers or what? He said, yes, sir, we have all the details. Please bring your car and come. We have an offer. We'll wash it, we'll clean it, and we'll do some, we'll put oil on your braking system. I said, okay. I went. You leave it here morning, sir. Evening, come and take it. And they dropped me back home in the car which was there available. It was really good. And I thought to myself, the customer service is good. That's why they have so many customers. Right? Even if their cars are average, they know how to get their customers. Right? And they also know how to reach out to every, every bracket of influence, in the sense, okay, there are some people who cannot afford this car. So they have the low income cars, the middle income cars, and they have the high range cars as well. Right? So if you walk into a showroom, you'll find a car which can be 30 lakhs and another one which is like 4 lakhs. Like, why? Because they are looking at customers. What is the need? This is the need. Some of them want luxury and performance. Some of them, like me, I don't care about luxury or performance. I say I want to go here and come back. That's it. So they need the basic stuff, right? So that is what keeps your market running. That's what keeps your business going. That's what will get you your customers, customer relationships. Now, if you ask me, example, ask me, if you have to buy a car, which one will you buy? I'll say Tata. I mean, not like I know the other cars, but I'll say that because of what I've experienced over the last 2 years, the way that they have handled the customers, right? So now, what does it mean to have good customer relationships? Number one, respond quickly, don't delay. The customer is extremely important. Responding to them should take priority, right? Two, represent your organization accurately. When customers call or interact with an employee, in their minds, they're not just speaking to a customer service representative, they're speaking with the organization itself. Yes or no? Same way. What we do outside, we are representing Jesus. And what you do outside, you're representing APC Bible College. That's what it is, right? Because you represent your organization, so represent it accurately, right? Now when you go to, I think you're going somewhere, right? You're going for an outreach. When you go there, you're representing APC Bible College. And I remember we used to do those missions and all. And this one time we went, as Bible College students, we went, I think it was Delhi we went to. We all went in the train and everyone was screaming and shouting in the train, and, my batchmates, right? And I was sitting there with my hair. I said, bad move. Why did I come with these guys? Right? And they were screaming and shouting and acting so, and at one point, 10 minutes into the journey, I gave everyone nicely. I said, y'all, please learn to behave yourself. Right? This is not the way to behave. Right? And it was a 40-hour odd journey. Bangalore to Delhi in train. I said, I can't deal with them for 40 hours. I'll get a headache. So I requested the TT, please put me in another place. I went away from them, right? Because they were acting so immature. And for me, it was like, hey, I'm a Bible college student. I can't behave like this. You know, just, and once they reached Delhi, they all got a 1 hour session from me, all of them like, so we've come here to have fun. They said, have fun, but at what expense? Right? You should know what you're doing. Think of what you're doing. Don't just do things because you're in a train, you become happy. Think. Right? So you represent somebody. You represent Bible college. You represent Jesus where you're going. Right? And it's very important, right? Wherever we are, organizationally, in an organization, you represent the organization. If you're working for an organization somewhere, which is a corporate organization, you represent them. Right? Why should I only represent them? That's the fact. Because you are part of that organization, you represent them. What about the others? They are not representing. They are also representing. But you do your best how you're going to represent your organization, how you're going to represent your ministry, your life, your as a Bible college student. What are you going to represent yourself as? Right? It's key. Okay. So when people are speaking to you, they are not looking at you as a person, they're looking at you as a Bible college student. They're looking at you as somebody who's going into leadership, going into full-time ministry, right? So always remember that. Be a faithful messenger who represents the organization accurately, upholding the organization's culture, values, vision, and mission. Three, don't make false promises. If you can't do it, don't even make the promise in the first place. We talked about this, right? It is true that situations may arise that are beyond your control, but if you're unable to deliver on a promise, it is important to keep the customer appraised, meaning you keep him uh, informed that this is the problem and this is why been a delay. Or we cannot go ahead with what was discussed because these are the problems. Right? But don't make promises we can't keep. And, if you're making a promise, keep it. Otherwise, don't make it. It applies to both in the workplace, in ministry. Making a promise to be available, be available. Unless, of course, you're not, something happens, you're not well, you're traveling, or some unforeseen situation comes through, then that's different. But if you make a promise, keep that promise. Okay? Send your best man out to handle a crisis. Proverbs 25:19. Depending on an unreliable person in a crisis is like trying to chew with a loose tooth or walk with a crippled foot. Depending on an unpredictable person in a crisis is like trying to chew with a loose tooth. The Bible is amazing, right? It's amazing. Every aspect it touches every aspect. Imagine you have a loose tooth and you're trying to eat. What'll happen? You'll eat your tooth in the end, right? And then you'll be in problem. So, crisis situations, send your best man in, right? That means send an experienced person to go solve the problem. Maybe in your ministry, say for example, you're in ministry, there's some problem within the organization or within the church. You go, take your best man with you, or best whoever you feel has wisdom, has a good mind, and is able to make good decisions. Go with them, make those decisions. Right? Send your best man in to handle crisis. Stay calm even when the customer makes unreasonable demands. And we talked about this, right? Sometimes the demands may be unreasonable. Right? Do this, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only then I will become your customer. Now, stay calm during those times. Try to listen to them. Let the customer speak. Don't interfere and talk in between, but learn to be able to, maybe from being unreasonable, try to make that whole situation reasonable, right? Um, make the customer understand why you cannot do certain things, right? Why certain maybe demands cannot be met, and why certain things can be met. You can inform them, right? uh, Now here's the thing: we can't please everyone every time. Yes or no? In ministry also, you can't please everyone every time. If there are some things that you feel that the customers are saying, it's you have to do this, the demands are there, and you feel that you can't do it, just say no, right? But say it in a wise way. Be wise, be patient, be calm, be loving, be respectful, right? When you say it, don't say, can you do 1 2 3 4 5? Then don't say, can you go to the door? The door is there. No, that's all very disrespectful, right? Being respectful is key in talking to customers. If you fail to deliver, admit it, apologize, and don't cover up. Okay? Admit when you have failed, apologize, and don't try to defend and cover up. No, no, actually, what happened was, it started raining. So then, because it rained, I'm feeling very tired and I don't work in the rain. So I went to sleep. No, no, no. Don't defend your work. If you haven't done it, you haven't done it. And this is something that we follow very, very strictly in APC. Very strictly. We don't defend. If you've not done it, you've not done it. Very simple. Right? And I learned this at a very early time in ministry. If you failed, you failed. You have to be able to, a leader must be able to admit it, make the changes, and don't make that mistake again. Don't try to cover up with all kinds of excuses. Now, there will be times you will have to explain yourself. Okay? No, actually, you know what, this happened. But while you're explaining yourself, don't make that as a cover up. Right? So, for example, say somebody was asked to lead worship and he's forgotten, and it become Friday, it's become Saturday. Saturday, the worship pastor says, hey, I didn't get the song lyrics document. Oh, I'm leading worship. Now, don't cover it up. What can we say? Say, okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it. I didn't see it. I had other things that were going on. So what I'll do is I'll quickly just give me some time. I will prepare the song list. I'll prepare the Word document and I'll share it with you. Don't cover up. Oh, is it my turn? I didn't know that. Okay, actually, you know what happened? This is what happened. So, I told you actually give me third week. Why you gave me second week to lead worship? Trying to cover up, not admitting your mistake. Right? This is just a simple example, but in anything, right? It's good when we admit our mistakes because it helps us to learn. Otherwise, we'll be in the same place. No, I'm only right. That's not going to help, right? So let's go to the next chapter, chapter 16. Very important chapter. Chapter 16. Everyone okay? You want? Should we continue? Right? Okay. Chapter 16, challenges and tough times. Challenges and tough times will come. We can never say no, it won't come. Remember, these challenges and difficult seasons can shape us to be better people. It makes us stronger, right? But what does the Bible teach us on, tapping into when we are faced with challenges and difficult seasons? Right? What can we tap into? And the Bible has plenty of lessons that we can learn when it comes to challenges and tough times. Let's look at a few aspects here. Number one, mountains can be conquered. So Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief, for assuredly I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. There will be mountains along the way. Everybody will face one, either in your personal life, family life, workplace. Mountains and challenges, tough times are a part of this life's journey, right? But mountains are not insurmountable, meaning every mountain can be climbed, every mountain can be conquered. Every difficulty, every challenge can be overcome. Have faith in God. Look at the Lord. Look at his promises. Stay anchored in his word. Right? Look at the goodness of God. Whenever these difficult seasons come, one thing I do is I fix my eyes to the cross and I say, Lord, if you died for me, or you died on the cross for me, right? And you went through this gruesome crucifixion, and you said it was well with you for that. How much more that I should go through, even the season that I'm going through? How much more that I should not, I should not just give up, and but I stay on the word, Lord. I'll stay on your promises. Stay anchored. Very important. Difficult times will come. Stay anchored in the word. Because sometimes we can look at those difficult times and it can really overwhelm us. And if our house is not built on rock, we will fall. We will fall apart. But if our house is built on rock, we are anchored. Storms, winds will come, they will go. But when you're standing on the promises of God, you will surely be able to overcome those mountains. So I would encourage you to keep building on this aspect, right? Staying on the word, prayer, so that when those difficult seasons come, you'll be able to, anchor yourself. You'll be able to draw from those times in God's presence. That's what set apart Daniel, Joseph. What made them so, Apostle Paul, that in the midst of all of these circumstances, difficult times, what was it? What was it in them? What made them so strong? It's what they drew from their personal time with God. Daniel, he had the habit 3 times a day, open his windows, look to Jerusalem and pray. So it became an as usual thing. So you throw me in the lion's den, still I will do the same thing. I will not change. Right? That's powerful. 2, maintain a positive attitude. Be thankful always. In every situation, stay cheerful. Be thankful no matter what. Find something to thank God for. For life itself, you can thank him. Now, you may find people who say, this world, everything in my life is waste. Nothing is going on well in my life. And they'll be crying every time. Stay away from them. You know why? Because they'll only be grumbling every time. You keep grumbling, what will happen? Nothing will work in life. Have you seen people? Oh, it's too hot. Then the winter will come. Oh, it's too cold. So what do you want? Right? Then, there's food. Oh, the rice is very good. No, rice is no salt. You go to the restaurant. Oh, the rice is too salty. They have some problem in everything. They find a problem. They wake up in the morning saying, okay, is there any problem around? Searching for a problem. You've seen those people? Stay away from them. Don't even engage with them. Because they know how to bring you down. Right? There may be 9 good things. One thing didn't work out. They'll zoom in on that one thing that didn't work out. No. Stay positive. Right? It's very important to stay positive in life. Right? Things may, if we don't stay positive, there's in the smallest mistake or the smallest trouble, we'll give up and go. That's what will happen. And we can't afford to give up and just give up on our calling and what God has called us for. We got to have a positive mindset. Now think of North India. Oh, anti-conversion bill. Is it stopping the pastors there? Is it stopping ministry there? No. What's happening? Positive attitude. Hey, God is with us. God has said, I will build my church. We will do it. Right? And I love that. I love the pastors and the ministries that are happening in North India. It's not easy. It's not like here, no? Here, it's easy. But they get up every morning. They don't know. Now, speaking to our pastor, Deepak, who's in Champa, and at a Christian Leaders Conference, he was saying, Paul, sometimes I wake up, I don't know if I'll come back home on Sunday. especially if it's a Sunday. I don't know if I can come back home because I don't know what will happen anytime. And I was so moved by that. Look at us. We are wondering what to have for lunch. And so much so thankful we must be, right? Look at the mindset. Look at the two differences here. After church, we are looking at which restaurant to go to. He's wondering whether he'll come home because he doesn't know when any attack can happen to the church. But he's still so positive. We are negative because we are looking at which restaurant to go to, and the best restaurant is closed. So we are upset. Right? I'm not saying we all, those are, but look at the mindset. We must learn to be thankful for every situation. Remember, Acts 16, Paul and Silas were beaten and bruised. The word in the New Testament says they were severely flogged. That means what? It was not like they were slapped 2-3 times, beaten 2-3. No, they were severely flogged. They were beaten with rods, their backs and their legs would have been in pain. They were locked, chained, most probably stock to feet and hand, right? With a long chain, right? Stock to feet and hand. And what are they doing? They woke up at midnight and singing praises to God. Oh, that would have been an amazing scene to watch. What would you and I do? I don't know what I would have done. I would have been like, oh God, what kind of ministry is this? I don't know. Why should I get beaten and bruised? But they found something to be thankful for in the midst of their worst situation. And the Bible says they were severely flogged. These words are important. It's not like they were just put into prison. It was not like Peter's situation where he was put into prison just because of preaching. No, this was a whole different story. Beaten, severely flogged, put into prison, and they got up and started singing praise to God. Don't lose your confidence. Psalms 40, verse 1-3. Can someone read this, please? Is the mic here? Psalms 40, verse 1-3.
I waited patiently for the Lord's help. Then he listened to me and heard my cry. He pulled me out of the dangerous pit, out of the deadly quick, quicksand. Quicksand. He set me safely on a rock and made me secure. He taught me to sing a new song, a song of praise to our God. Many who Many who sees this will take warning and will put their trust in Lord.
Right. So sometimes in the workplace or even in ministry, you may get projects that are beyond our capabilities assigned to us. Say, oh man. And sometimes we lose confidence, saying, hey, I don't know if I can lead this project or work in this project. Here's the thing, don't lose confidence. During those unexpected times, unexpected things that come to you, wait on Him. Wait on God. Trust God. If that door is open and if you know and it's come your way, God can see you doing it. That's why He has opened the door for you. Right? Our minds are small, our understanding is small, but God can work 10 years ahead of us, but He's preparing us for that 10 years ahead. So be confident. Don't give place for negativity, fear, anxiety. Even if they do come, take authority, rebuke it, and walk in boldness and confidence. Right? Walk knowing that God is with you. Stay anchored. Keep declaring His word. Right? And I think it can be intimidating, especially when you're put out of your comfort zone, right? But you never know. When you're put out of your comfort zone, sometimes the best of you can come out. And you realize, hey, I didn't know I'm even capable of doing this. And you either unlock a new talent or a new gift or a new skill that you never even knew that you had. And God has placed it in you. Let me tell you something. Public speaking was the least. It was never a gift that I had. Never. I can never speak in public. I've shared with you. It was not my cup of tea at all. Standing on the stage is not what I was called for on my own, if I think of it. It is not. The most shy person. But when God sees, it's different. Now, did I lack confidence? Yes. Did I get fear, anxiety? Yes. But we have to take authority of that. Okay, God. So much so, the recent podcast, I was thinking, God, how will I do this podcast? And sometimes I lack confidence. Like for me, I'm a person who, you give me the notes, okay, I can prepare it and deliver it. I was told to ask questions which should be very natural. I can be natural off camera, but on camera. So I went back and I was praying. I said, God, next 3 hours I'm going to pray. You please help me in this. Right. So Monday to Friday, the recording was on a Monday. So the previous week, Monday to Friday, 3 hours every day I prayed for this podcast. God, I should not goof up. I should do well. Right. Give me the confidence. I should know how to speak, what to speak. And there was this feeling of fear, anxiety, and on the day in the morning, it was like, you're just so anxious. The moment the camera started, that fear, anxiety just went away, and it became a very natural thing, right? So here's the thing: you have to build up your confidence. If you don't, the enemy is going to come and bring fear, right? Yes or no? Say, oh, you can't do, you can't do, you can't. Oh yeah, I can't do. What will happen? Opportunity gone out of the door. Okay, so you build yourself, build confidence on yourself. Tell yourself, hey, I can do this. It's not going to be easy. I'll prepare myself. I'll pray, stay anchored in God. I know God, the Holy Spirit is with me and He will help me to do this. Here's the thing: you take up challenges. Don't run away from challenges, right? Because you never know. Those can be gifts and doors that God is opening for you for your future. Okay? Then tap into empowered efficiency. Joshua 23:10. One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God is he who fights for you, as he promised you. One man, humanly speaking, one man normally cannot outdo 1,000 people. But this equation looks different when God is empowering that one man. Maybe, okay, we even see this example in Gideon, right? Gideon had a mighty army with him. God said to Gideon, you don't need this many people. Tell whoever's afraid, right? Whoever wants to go home, let them go home. Many of them went home. I think 300, was it 300 or something that was left? And out of that, he said, okay, take them all to the stream and make them drink water. They all drank water. So then God said, those who cupped the water with their hands and drank, you take them. Those who licked the water with like a dog, send them home. And I think Gideon ended up with from thousands to around 300 people. 300 against thousands of people against that Gideon had to fight. God said, you don't worry about all that. These 300 is more than enough for that enemy. I will empower. Think of this Samson. Oh, Samson takes, one of my favorite, one of my, my son's favorite question is, how can Samson do this? I don't know. He's not able to digest this. He took the jawbone of a donkey and he killed 1,000 Philistines at one shot. He's not able to digest it. See, how? It's not possible. You think of it. Is it possible? It's not. With a jawbone, 1,000 people. Tap into empowered efficiency. God thought, in God's mind, you are enough to handle this problem. One man killed 1,000 people. Right? And so, in an organization, maybe the organization has to downsize, and so the work of 10 people is now placed on you. It can be stressful, it can be challenging. However, working under these circumstances, you tap into empowered efficiency. The Lord will empower you. The Lord will give you his anointing. Once, sometimes, you have those seasons, you feel, man, I have so much work to do. Tap into the empowered efficiency. God, what I do for 5 hours, enable me to do it in 1 hour or 2 hours. Give me the wisdom. And He gives us that efficiency. He does. He really does. And sometimes you may feel like 1 week's work, it's done in 2 days. Tapping into empowered efficiency. Right? We have to tap in. God will not do it for us. You have to tap in. So for example, there's a project, you're doing it. Say, okay, God, this is a project. I have to get it done. But it looks like this project is going to take 6 months, but the clients need it in 2 months. So, Lord, give me the wisdom. Give me an idea. Give me a strategy. How do I work on this project? How can I delegate other responsibilities so that I save my time? And how do I make sure that this project comes out in excellence so that the customers like it? Tap into empowered efficiencies during those times. Okay, that's what we all can do during those seasons of intense work. Right? Sometimes now, for Bible college students, it can be intense. Morning to afternoon classes. Actually, it's not intense. I'm sorry, because we had classes till 5 p.m. After lunch, sit again in class. We had 2 hours lecture. Finish with worship. Clean the Bible college. Go home. I used to go home. I used to go to the hostel. Reach at about 7 o'clock in the evening. A full day. Morning 7 a.m. Evening 7 a.m. Right? So that was hardcore Bible college. This is good Bible college. Okay. it's and I remember, as Bible college students, we used to go early morning to Central. There was no vehicle and all where you go sit in the vehicle and they'll drop you to. No, 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 no. I had to catch 2 buses early morning. Sometimes no bus. You stand with their finger out. Can somebody drop me? And then the Bible college students, as boys, what we used to do, we used to jog. We'll jog, we'll go there, we'll wait. Then the rest will come. Then again jog. So we used to have like a race. From where? From about maybe 6-7 kilometers. We used to do that every Sunday. So you guys are blessed, right? Enjoy your blessings. Don't forget about the blessings that you have. Be thankful for what you have, right? Okay. God is your boss. Don't worry about bad bosses and unfair employees. When we do work sincerely and well, we can look at the Lord for our reward. He will reward us even if our bosses overlook us, right? Overlook our work. Stay away from complaining or fretting about your boss. Focus on the Lord, expect His intervention. God did that for Jacob. Even though, Jacob was cheated, he honored his boss, and God blessed Jacob more than he could imagine. So the story of Jacob is, so when Jacob, Genesis 31:4-7 has it. When Jacob sent word to Rachel and Leah to meet him in the field where his flocks were, he said to them, I have noticed that your father is not as friendly towards me as he used to be, but my father's God has been with me. You both know that I have worked for your father with all my strength, yet he has cheated me and changed my wages 10 times. But God did not let him harm me. Listen, when you and I work, even when nobody's watching, we're working with all our heart, you can expect a reward from God. Really, you can. Don't work because people are watching you. Don't work because you want a reward from people. Work in such a way that you know that God is watching you and you're giving your best in what you have, whatever you're doing, giving your best, and the reward will come from God. Now, here's the thing: bosses may be unfair, people may manipulate, your friends may, or people, your colleagues may get promotion and you're stuck in the same place. That's all right. Remember, if you worked hard, you've given your best, you worked with integrity, and you know that you have done what is right, God will honor you. God will honor you. God will either take you out from there and give you something better, or in that same place, He will lift you up in front of everyone. He will do that. Well, all you have to do is understand that God is the rewarder of my work. He's watching the work that we are doing. It could be as small as cleaning the Bible college. It could be as small as cleaning the kitchen area. Anything. Cleaning the restrooms, cleaning the entrance. Hey, nobody's watching. That's okay. Now we have CCTV camera. Let them watch. But that's okay. Nobody's watching. God is watching. My reward is from God. Let me tell you, you get that mindset, no? Other things will not matter. It won't matter. Whether people say, say it or no, it won't matter. You will do it because your reward is from God. And you will see the reward in your life. I'm telling you, everything that I did as a Bible college student, I thank God I did it. No, there were times I was used to cry, literally cry, and clean the toilets and clean spider webs. I used to cry. I'd say, hey, what is this? I, I want to lead worship. I want to preach. Nobody's there. Nobody's even watching me. Nobody even knows what I'm going through. Right. And the pain I used to feel inside, I used to feel like, what? Sometimes I used to feel like I can just go home. I don't want to do this in my own house. And there were times I would go lock the toilet and I would cry and I would come out. After coming out of there, okay, do what you have to do, do the work. It's okay. But it used to be very frustrating at times. But I'll tell you, if you do your work knowing that God is watching you, let me tell you, God will honor you. He will. Sometimes God is not looking at how well you can preach or how well you can sing and all those things. He's looking at commitment in small things. That's all He's looking at. I'll give you the big things. I'll open doors for you. Right? And He has done it in my life. And He can do it in your life. He can open doors. There's no difference between you and me. I came as a Bible college student just like you. I had no only thing, it was years back. I had no, like, it was not like I had some great knowledge or something. Nothing. Probably you all knew more than me than I. I hardly knew anything from the word. Right? Nothing. I knew a few stories. That's it. But I'm telling you, you're faithful in the small things. Give your best. Know that God is the rewarder. He will open doors for you. He will open doors in such a way that He'll put you in places where you feel like, hey, I am not capable enough. That's when you tap into God's power and say, hey, no, I will do it. He's given you the opportunity. He will open the doors. And, really just have that mindset of what I'm doing for the Lord. Of course, we're also doing it for our bosses, because they have given us the work. But first priority is I'm doing it for God. It changes everything else. Right? My classmates used to think I'm crazy when I used to make these tables upside down and take out the bubble gums. But I couldn't handle it. I couldn't face the fact that this is my Bible college where I am studying and people are putting bubble gum under it, under the chair. I just couldn't digest that. I said, God, I can't. Right. So I used to remove it. I bought one scraper, those scrapers you get in the plumbing shop, and I would scrape everything out. I made them buy these sprays and I would clean the tables. I'm not a clean freak or something, but I just couldn't handle it. Why? Because I felt that, hey, this is a place where I'm studying and I need to make sure that it's right. I was not the cleaning in charge. I was not. My friend, the classmates used to say, "What's wrong with you? Right? There's something wrong with you. You lost it." Right? But I knew what I'm doing. I knew that if God is putting this in my heart, I should do it. Right? And I knew that God will reward me for it. Right? So when you do it, focus on the Lord. I'm doing it for God. It's not about people. People come secondary. It's first for God. Okay? Bouncing back when you are put down. Last point and we'll close. Okay? Proverbs 29:26. Many seek the ruler's favor, but justice for man comes from the Lord. Now, in the workplace, bad bosses, unfair management, all of this will be there. They can use their position to manipulate, displace you from your current roles. Such things happen in organizations. Uh, while you may have good bosses, but you'll also have bad bosses, remember justice comes from the Lord. So don't fight back, don't retaliate, don't go around speaking ill about your boss. Keep your eyes on the Lord, keep your gaze fixed on Him. Now, when I say don't fight back, I want to be clear. There are sometimes you will have to stand firm, right? It's not like I'm a sheep, I will not say anything. No. Sometimes you have to say, okay, you know what, this is what I felt, and that's how I got it done this way. You'll have to stand for yourself, right? But don't fight back in the sense, don't make it like an argument and try to win in an argument. No. Sometimes you'll have to explain yourself, you have to defend yourself, but let it not be in a way that is, becoming an heated argument or anything, right? There will be times you feel down. With God's help, you can come back strong with faith, diligence, and great results, right? Uh, it's not how many times you fall that matters. It's how many times you get up. Right? And it's also how you get up. Falling is part of the story, right? We will fall. Sometimes those falls will be very painful. Sometimes they'll be just simple falls, but bouncing back, saying, get up, get to the work, do what you're called to do, focusing back on God and the work that He has assigned for you. That is the key, right? If we fall down and we keep staying down, the enemy is going to just push us even more down. He'll try to keep us down. But if you fall down and you say, no, I'm going to rise up again, right? I know that this whole season has 2025 probably was a very difficult year. I'm going to rise up. I'm going to bounce back 2026. And maybe some of us may say, hey, 2025, spiritually, I've been very low. Don't stay there. Say, 2026, I will bounce back. I will go back to what I was doing. I will get better at what I'm doing. Or some of you may say, 2025 was emotionally very difficult for me. Maybe a loss of a loved one or just feeling of loneliness. Bounce back. Say, hey, 2026, I'm going to learn to handle these emotions and I'm going to trust in God, and I know that God is going to help me. When you bounce back, don't stay where you are. If we stay where you are, the enemy is just going to keep pushing us down. We will not be able to get up there. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll pick up from the next point from next class. So if you can just put a mark there, please. Don't stoop down to the level of gossip. We'll start there from next class. Right. Any questions? Is everyone learning something? Yeah. Am I too fast? Yeah. I'm trying my best to, because this is mostly in business and workplace. So I'm trying my best to also translate these principles in ministry as well, right? So thank you, everyone.
So thank you, sir. Sir, especially I just want to thank you because this is really helping me a lot in my work aspects, how to balance my work and my spiritual with God and the church aspects also. It's really good
Right.
learning under you. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sriraj. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Great. Let's stop and then we will meet next week. Have a great weekend. God bless you all.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.